I'm sorry I couldn't be in the bubble, but I wanted to say congratulations to LeBron James for winning the Bill Russell Award.
Bill Russell was an American basketball player who played center for the Boston Celtics of the National Basketball Association NBA from 1956 to 1969, who had a net worth of $10 million at the time of his death in July 2022. He was the centerpiece of the Celtics dynasty that won 11 NBA championships during his 13-year career. He was also the first African-American coach of a modern major professional sports team in the United States when he was named the player coach of the Celtics in 1966. He is widely considered to be one of the greatest basketball players of all time and one of the sport's greatest icons. He is a 5-time NBA Most Valuable Player MVP and a 12-time NBA All-Star. Russell's rebounding, defense, and leadership made him one of the dominant players of his era. Standing at 6 feet 10 inches or 2.08 meters tall, with a 7 feet 4 inches or 2.24 meters arm span, his shot blocking and man-to-man defense were major reasons for the Celtics' dominance during his career. Russell also led the NBA in rebounds 4 times, had a dozen consecutive seasons of 1,000 or more rebounds, and remains second all-time in both total rebounds and rebounds per game. Russell played in the wake of black pioneers Earl Lloyd, Chuck Cooper, and Sweetwater Clifton, and he was the first black player to achieve superstar status in the NBA. During the final 3 seasons of his career, 1966 to 1969, he served as player coach of the Celtics, becoming the first black NBA coach and the first black NBA coach to win a championship. Russell ended his playing career and left his position as Celtics coach after helping the Celtics win the 1969 NBA championship. He served as head coach and general manager of the Seattle Supersonics from 1973 to 1977 and the Sacramento Kings from 1987 to 1988. Russell also worked as a color commentator and authored several books. Russell was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 1975 and was one of the founding inductees into the National Collegiate Basketball Hall of Fame in 2006 and was enshrined in the FIBA Hall of Fame in 2007. He was selected into the NBA 25th Anniversary Team in 1971 and the NBA 35th Anniversary Team in 1980 and was named as one of the 50 greatest players in NBA history in 1996. Being one of only 4 players to receive all 3 honors, and was selected to the NBA 75th Anniversary Team in 2021. In 2009, the NBA renamed the NBA Finals MVP award in his honor. He was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom for his accomplishments on the court and in the civil rights movement in 2011 by Barack Obama. He was also inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame a second time in recognition of his coaching career in 2021. Shortly after his death in 2022, the NBA retired Russell's number 6 jersey league-wide, making him the only player in NBA history to receive that honor, as well as the 3rd person in major professional sports to have their jersey number retired league-wide, behind Jackie Robinson and Wayne Gretzky. About Bill Russell's early life. William Felton Russell was born on February 12, 1934, to Charles Russell and Katie Russell in West Monroe, Louisiana, where they often struggled with racism and poverty in their daily lives. Russell's father was once refused service at a gas station until the staff had taken care of all the white customers first. When he attempted to leave and find a different station, the attendant stuck a shotgun in his face and threatened to kill him if he did not stay and wait his turn. In another incident, Russell's mother was walking outside in a fancy dress when a white policeman accosted her. He told her to go home and remove the dress, which he described as white woman's clothing. When Russell was 8 years old, his father moved the family out of Louisiana and settled in Oakland, California. While there, they fell into poverty and Russell spent his childhood living in a series of public housing projects. His father was said to be a stern, hard man who initially worked in a paper factory as a janitor, which was a typical Negro job, low-paid and not intellectually challenging, as sports journalist John Taylor commented. Russell stated that his father became his childhood hero, later followed up by Minneapolis Lakers superstar George Mekon, whom he met when he was in high school. He was a marginal basketball player until he realized that running and jumping could be used to counteract the flashy scorers that he faced. He attended McClymonds High School, where he led his team to 2 state championships. Russell played basketball at McClymonds High School in Oakland, California, under Coach George Powles. He was not a dominant scorer, but he excelled at rebounding, defense, and shot blocking. He led his team to 2 consecutive state championships in 1951 and 1952 and was named All-City and All-Northern California. He also played baseball and ran track at McClymonds. Russell started college at USF in 1952. Russell played basketball at the University of San Francisco, USF, under Coach Phil Wolpert. He led the USF Dons to consecutive NCAA championships in 1955 and 1956 and was named NCAA Tournament Most Outstanding Player in 1955. He was also a 2-time Helms Player of the Year, a 2-time Consensus First Team All-American, and the UPI College Player of the Year in 1956. He averaged 20.7 points and 20.3 rebounds per game in his college career. Besides basketball, Russell represented USF in track and field events. He was a standout in the high jump and, according to Track and Field News, was ranked the 7th best high jumper in the world in 1956, his graduation year, despite not competing in Olympic high jump competition. He set a school record of 6 feet 9.5 inches, 2.07 meters, in the high jump. About Bill Russell's personal life and death. Russell was a resident of Mercer Island, Washington, for nearly 5 decades. In 1959, Russell became the first NBA player to visit Africa. Russell was a devout Christian and a passionate civil rights activist. Russell was married to his college sweetheart Rose Swisher from 1956 to 1973. They had 3 children, daughter Karen Russell, a television pundit and lawyer, and sons William Jr. and Jacob. The couple grew emotionally distant and divorced. In 1977, he married Dorothy Anstett, Miss USA of 1968, and they adopted a son named Brian. They divorced in 1980. In 1996, Russell married his 3rd wife, Marilyn Nault. Their marriage lasted until their death in January 2009. Russell was married to Janine Russell at the time of his death. In 2013, Boston honored Russell by erecting a statue of him on City Hall Plaza. He is depicted in-game, surrounded by 11 plinths representing the 11 championships he helped the Celtics win. Each plinth features a key word and related quote to illustrate Russell's multiple accomplishments. The Bill Russell Legacy Foundation, established by the Boston Celtics Shamrock Foundation, funded the project. The statue was unveiled on November 1, 2013, with Russell in attendance. During the spring of 2015, 2 statues of children were added, honoring Russell's commitment to working with children. These statues were modeled by a local boy from Somerville and multiple girls from the surrounding area. Russell died at his Mercer Island, Washington home on July 31, 2022, at the age of 88. The news was announced in a Twitter post by his family. About Bill Russell's professional career. Russell was drafted by the St. Louis Hawks with the 2nd overall pick in the 1956 NBA draft, but he was traded to the Boston Celtics for Ed Macauley and Cliff Hagan. He joined the Celtics after playing for the U.S. national basketball team at the 1956 Summer Olympics, where he won a gold medal. He became the starting center and defensive anchor of the Celtics and formed a legendary partnership with coach Red Auerbach and forward Bob Cousy. He led the NBA in rebounding 4 times and was a 5-time NBA Most Valuable Player. He was also a 12-time NBA All-Star, a 3-time All-NBA First Team Selection, an 8-time All-NBA Second Team Selection, and an NBA All-Defensive First Team Selection. He won 11 NBA championships with the Celtics, including 8 in a row from 1959 to 1966. He was the player-coach of the Celtics from 1966 to 1969 and became the first African-American coach to win an NBA title in 1968. He retired as a player in 1969 and as a coach in 1970. He later coached the Seattle Supersonics from 1973 to 1977 and the Sacramento Kings from 1987 to 1988. He was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame as a player in 1975 and as a coach in 2019. He was also named to the NBA 25th Anniversary Team, the NBA 35th Anniversary Team, the NBA 50th Anniversary All-Time Team, and the NBA 75th Anniversary All-Time Team. He received the NBA Lifetime Achievement Award in 2017 and the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2011. About Bill Russell other works. Russell was also a writer, an actor, a broadcaster, and a humanitarian. He wrote several books, including Go Up for Glory, 1966, Second Wind, The Memoirs of an Opinionated Man, 1979, Russell Rules, 11 Lessons on Leadership from the 20th Century's Greatest Winner, 2001, and Red and Me, My Coach, My Lifelong Friend, 2009. He appeared in several movies and TV shows, such as On the Right Track, 1981, Celtic Pride, 1996, and Uncle Drew, 2018. He worked as a color commentator for CBS and as a studio analyst for TNT. He was involved in various charitable causes, such as the Bill Russell Legacy Project, the Mentor National Mentoring Partnership, and the Bill Russell Mentoring Grant Program. About Bill Russell House. Russell bought the house in 1973 on Mercer Island, Washington, for its privacy and proximity to good schools. The house is a 4,250 square foot estate with 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 half baths, a media room, a recreation room, and a 4-car garage. It also has a large hot tub, a fireplace, and a deck with views of the lake. The house was recently renovated with modern finishes and is listed for $2.6 million. Thanks so much for watching. Till next time.